The punter and kickoff man, Sam Martin, to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
180.
Watch the screen.
Now Foles. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Watch the curve. Hey, box truck, box truck.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Foles. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Yeah, go, let's go.
Come get some. Come on here, come get some. Hey, exit.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
That's going to be a long day. Showing it.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Ready?
They will run it. It's McKissick. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Got it.
26 Mike. Let's pick it up. It's outside.
Hey, high 7. Yo, go.
26 Mike. 26 Mike. Hey, they scared. They scared. 26.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Hey, Charlie.
26 Mike. 26 Mike. Now watch one.
Now.
He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The intended receiver was set to Valve, but it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
Check back. Hey, Mike 51. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Shift.
Foles looking long for Westbrook. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, 58 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. And he's got Amendola on the connection. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Just like that.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
218, chop it.
2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Go!
26, Mike. 26.
Back to throw here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Here's Foles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, orbit. 26 months, 26 months. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day. 26 months, 26 months. You got nothing today. You got nothing. 26 months. Dude.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
Hey, shoot.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Lions on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Here we go, D. 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Yeah.
They'll look to throw. It's caught, Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Right here, right here. Hey.
Go ahead, baby. Go.
Right up.
They're going to look to throw. Caught by Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They come out here in the eye. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Collectively, great defense. It takes all 11, especially down here toward the goal line.
The call comes in, and the call essentially says all 11 have to make a play here. You have to show toughness. We just saw it there.
Bo's to Mike. Mike's Bo.
Smooth.
Watch the run. Check.
And that'll set him back 5. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal.
Tighten up.
He'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
44, Mike, 44.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Calais Campbell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Check 43. Pick. Joker. Here we go.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Check safety. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now on 2nd and 13. Foles looking long for Westbrook. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You can't block me.
Hey, foxtrot.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
Here we go. 180. 13. What we got?
Don't be scared of this. Check 13.
Hey, exit.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Check like 40. Watch the flood.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Check, crouch. Check. Fresno. 40's the mark. Here we go, G, get off the field. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
What we got?
Looking to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Check.
Go with 5-3. Hey, high 7.
Watch the safety creep.
Out of the gun now on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Ready! Send Lobo.
Bring it.
Go. Hey, Charlie.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Watch the pass. 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Go.
Now back to throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This quarterback now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but first and 10 here. Looking deep now for Amendola. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. To throw again on second down, Driscoll. And he comes back with one complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Go, go.
44 is the Mike.
Shoot.
Back to throw. Jones has it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next, and rightly so because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has got it together and the defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
From just shy of midfield, Driscoll. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. This is taken at the 10. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
He's not going to get me. Big ass, big ass, big ass. Check 52.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Hey, Orbit. Let's go, baby. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh.
On second and 11 now. Foles. He'll get that to devalve the tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33.
Hey, shoot. Forty's the mark. Squeeze.
Now Foles. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Devon Kennard able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Let's go, great.
Hey, Echo.
Pick up the ball. Slam. Check 24.
To try again after the sack. Foles. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Mike 40, check, he's coming.
Mike 40. What's the curl? Check 4. Hey, switch gears.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Turbo 64. Hey, 40's Mike.
Alpha.
Right. Mike 40. Let's go, defense. Under. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Hey, go, Mike 40.
Move.
It's our time.
Check Mike 40.
Silent. Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Check. Lucky. Hey, seam 6. Check 6 guys.
40's Mike.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Foles. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And with that incompletion, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, week 15, a victory in Nashville. But which of those two teams do you think has the potential to go deeper in the playoffs?
Well, Tennessee just lost at home to Houston, and now we'll have to go on the road to play them again in week 17. So I would say, on the surface, you would think Houston. They have the quarterback as well in Deshaun Watson that scares everyone. But I'm picking Tennessee as the team that could go deeper because of their defense. That's really a top 5 defense on any given Sunday. Their ability to rush the pass.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now at Ford Field. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Looking downfield and that's caught inside the 30. 33 yards that time. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot. Hey. Mike spoke. I don't think you got it, son.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Middle. Alert.
Throwing again. Stafford. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And now it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check three.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Mike 7. Mike 51.
Hey, silent one, silent one.
Get ready. 51 the mic, boy, 51.
Watch a slant, watch a slant. Watch a slant.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Foles. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
Hey, Charlie. All day, every day, any day. Check. Here we go.
Here's Foles. And now here's another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. Now he's into the clear. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep.
All day, baby, let's go. Let's go.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
What we got?
Mike 40. They can't hang with us. Check. 40's Mike. 40's a Mike. 40's a Mike. Focus, Steve.
Go.
Hey, go, Mike 40.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Foles. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay, 34 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And right there, that fade route, that can be tough to stop.
If you've got the proper matchup and you've got a wide receiver who knows how to go up and get the football, the fade is really, really tough to stop, especially if the quarterback puts it in the right area.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Check three, check three, check three. Under 10, under 10, 10.
On 2nd and 15 now. Foles nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sean Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
I'm here all day.
Kill.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Sean Robinson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
13. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
That doesn't help indeed.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
32.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49.
44, Mike, 44.
Let's go, defense.
Like 7. Defense.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football, so there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the 2nd half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
Hey, 5-0. 26 Mike.
Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Under. Hey, echo. Mike 51. Cut. Watch the twist. Check 31. Slam.
Mike 51, Mike 51. So we got man.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's go. Purple 64.
Hey, Alpha. Let's get in there, huh? Check 9. Deuce. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Tiger.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
26 Mike.
Come to my work.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he'll find Hall. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And now the throw taken in by Chark. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Mike 40, check, he's coming.
Hit him.
Stop your whining.
Hey, box truck.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert.
12.
He's coming. We got double up.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Check.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They failed once in their spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Still at 20. Show him Omaha. Ready, move.
26, Mike. 26, Mike.
Check. Hey. High 7.
26, Mike.
Hey, let's get that. 22.
Throwing here, Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock.
And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones there to make the grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for two.
Here we go. 44, Mike, 44. Time to go, night.
Bravo. Let's go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Short boot, take it at the 21. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. and that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
All day, dog.
13. Hey, wahoo! Here we go.
Jim. Check.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
We taking wins. 180. Watch twist. Undercrush.
Check 99.
What we got? Go. Where's Mike?
What's the run? They're running it. Mike's 40.
Going 5-3. Go, Ted. Here we go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.